Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Atkinson, director here at Brookfield Zoo, and I'm joined today by Susana, one of our colleagues from Peru, who is here in Chicago for a few days, and we're celebrating the installation of some beautiful, beautiful photos here on the outside of the living coast at the zoo. And these photos represent the Punta San Juan program in Peru, where Susana is the director, and we at Brookfield Zoo have had the privilege of working in partnership to conserve some of Peru's most incredible wildlife over the last couple decades. And we're so excited to have these photos. Susana, tell us a little bit about the background of where these incredible pieces of art came from.
Yes, well, thank you. Thank you for having me, as always. Super happy to be here at Brookfield Zoo. Very excited to see the pictures here. It's a great way to have people in Chicago also get to know a little bit more about Punta San Juan and what's going on and all the great species and wildlife that we have there. And this photo exhibit, it's been a project that we've been working on for at least 7 to, I would say, even 10 years with a Peruvian photographer, Bernardo Zambra. His specialty is underwater photography, and he came to Punta San Juan, and he started taking some pictures under the water, and he was amazed. But then when he came up to the surface, we showed him, hey, come over here. There's also some neat stuff over here. And he started, walking around the reserve with us, and also just taking in all the stories of the animals, what it takes for the animals to be there in those numbers. He was amazed. Like, he got hooked into Punta San Juan. Now we have a wonderful collection of pictures that is showing different species, their life cycles, their threats, their struggles, but also is just the wonderful habitat or refuge that Punta San Juan represents. So this book and photograph exhibition is kind of like a journey of what it's taken for us to really photograph and visualize all the wonderful nature that is all together in Punta San Juan.
And such an incredible array of animals and wildlife that we find there. So our work here at Brookfield Zoo started with Humboldt penguins. Very important conservation program. Humboldt penguin populations have declined tremendously. They're an endangered species. But even just within our involvement, we quickly branched out into South American fur seals that we see here, guaneye cormorants, Peruvian pelicans, South American sea lions, Inca terns, all of this different marine wildlife that's packed into this small refuge in Peru. And this is just such an incredible way to see it. I've had the pleasure of being down there 20 plus times over my career working in the field, and these photos just really capture the essence of it. And we're so excited to have them installed here at the zoo. And there's a book that you mentioned also, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so again, the photographs are part of a 250-page book that is 80% pictures, 20% text. For Bernardo, for us, I'm sure for you as well, when you have all those pictures, it's just so hard to choose to tell the story because there's so much going on in Punta San Juan, so many species, such high numbers, so many stories to tell from the animals. So this book is telling that. It has information about the species, about their life cycles, about upwelling, but also about the conservation struggles, also about the history, the wall. Punta San Juan has a wall. It's a peninsula that's walled off, and this has given protection on land for many years through different texts that have been contributed by very important authors. We have Daniel Pauly, we have David Duffy. These are people that have been working in marine conservation worldwide. They've gone to Punta San Juan and understand the importance of this site. So it's kind of a collaboration where we've all come together to show the importance of this place, and we hope that everyone else can also read and see the story through this, wonderful piece that's this book.
And we do have that book available here at the zoo for those that are interested in seeing that, have the opportunity to purchase that book. Part of those proceeds come back to the conservation programs at Punta San Juan. You said it's so hard to pick, and it certainly was. Like, as we were choosing the photos for this exhibition, so many incredible stories that we want to tell there in terms of the different wildlife, the conservation threats behind it, and this book really does such a beautiful job of weaving all of that together beyond what we could do with the small selection of photo space that we had available on the outside of the living coast. The living coast is the home for our Humboldt penguins at the zoo, and it's really a partnership that we're so excited to have to be working to conserve these animals directly in the wild against all of these different threats that are facing them, everything from disease and toxicant exposure to overfishing in the ocean, entanglement issues and bycatch around fishing, El Nino events that are changing the surface temperatures within the water and impact the food availability, all of these different threats coming together. And it's really the fieldwork and the science that takes place at Punta San Juan that helps us to understand what's going on with these animals in their natural habitat and what we as people can do to help mitigate those threats and help give these animals a boost and hopefully help conserve them for many future generations down the road. We're, again, so excited to be opening this space here at the zoo. The next time you're at the zoo, make sure you come down to the Living Coast to take a look at these wonderful photos. So we hope to see you all soon. Thanks.